The Fanatec QR2 is an excellent quick release. It is sturdy, it is easy to install, and it is super stable. But it has two huge problems, all due to Fanatec's stubbornness of not opening its ecosystem, and it's not just the pass-through USB. First of all, the quick release design is all due to be used on their own wheels. That means that the bolt pattern, it is basically just compatible with their own thing, and their bolt pattern isn't really the most popular ones like the 6x70 or the 3x50.8. I've done a video in the past about this, but let's be quick. If you want to use a wheel like this and many others that has in the back a 6x70 pattern, that means you're going to need some sort of adapter plate, convert the Fanatec one into this pattern. And then there's the added issue of the Fanatec force feedback not activating because it does require some sort of emulation. And most of the times you would need something like this, an SRM, a thumb emulator, or a Tenlinky thumb emulator, or a Simube thumb emulator, whatever, to emulate the force feedback, and then you can use third-party wheels. However, everything like that is an absolute pain in the ass. You need three different things to make one thing work, and it doesn't really go well. To resolve this, Simube sent me a care package that includes the QR2 Ultra and the QR2 Mate. I have an affiliate link with Simube if you want to check out and help the channel out. As always, my opinions are my own. There's no interference. I say what I want. But let's be clear, this product exists at least in its iteration because Fanatec is too stubborn to open the system, too stubborn to lower the price of the Podium Hub, and therefore if there is a gap in the market, well, somebody is really going to cover it. But first, a big thank you to all the viewers, members, and subscribers. Believe me when I say that without you, doing all of these reviews wouldn't be possible. The best way to support the channel is pressing like and subscribe and leave a comment below. And also, why not become a member? Thank you so much. It is one thing that Fanatec's quick release are a little bit expensive. This FIA one is £200, but you know, there's the cheaper ones like 99 euros or whatever, which isn't really that expensive, considering, for example, the case with the Invictus, but Tenlinky and Simube do it for about 66% of the price. Therefore, let's have a quick look at the differences between all the quick releases. Simube creates three quick releases for the QR2. One is the normal one, which is essentially just a copy of this one, of the FIA one or the normal one. It's not FIA approved, which will have their Fanatec pattern. However, for the Mate, which is the version for 6x70, will have a different bolt pattern, as you can see over here. And be careful, this Mate one is not compatible with Fanatec wheels. That means if you want to just do a sort of an upgrade, your QR1s into QR2, this will not be it. This is for the 6x70 pattern wheels. And then we have the Ultra. It picks up on everything that we needed to use a steering wheel on your Fanatec wheelbase. It has the 6x70 pattern, and it has an emulator inside. All of this for around 70 euro, 75 euro. So compared to the Podium Hub, which is roughly 150 to 200, well, this is less than half the price, and it does everything. The installation process is really that easy. For both the Ultra and the Mate, just align your bolt holes with the back plate of your wheel, in this case AFP V2, but it will be the same with many others, unless you have one with 50.8, and then you need some sort of medium to adapt to it. In both cases, the holes are threaded, so that really means you don't need any sort of thread locker glue to lock your bolts, so just put some torque and it will be stuck in place. For example, with this round wheel, the holes of the wheel are not threaded, and even so I'm able to put some torque into it and the quick release stays in place. In terms of build quality, the metal is almost at the same level, if not at the same level as the Fanatec quick releases, but in terms of quality control, I would say that Fanatec quality control is still better than the ones from Simube. For example, with the first uses of the Mate, just by doing the mechanism, the anodization of the metal scratched away, so you could see that the quality control of these ones is inferior from the ones from Fanatec. Part of the using the quick releases, of course, is installing it, removing it from your wheelbase, and the Club Sport ED shaft. Quick release wheel side isn't really not the best in my opinion. The DD1 has a much better one, but it doesn't differ at all, the installation, from the regular Tenlenki that I've used in the past or the Fanatec. It's exactly the same mechanically, and it doesn't have any movement at all. It's exactly the same thing. For the mates, it should be exactly the same thing, and it is. It doesn't differ from any other quick release that I've used, Fanatec or otherwise. It just sticks there. This wheel will move a bit because it's very light, but that's a problem for the wheel, nothing else. This is the Fanatec software. You've seen it many times. Let's see what it happens when you connect the wheel. And what it happens is, after a second, it is connected as a podium hub, which is kind of ironic, which should be like, this product should be a Fanatec one, not a Simube. So it has just a way to emulate the force feedback. It doesn't have any sorts of commands or buttons or whatever. It's just purely a chip to emulate and activate the force feedback on the wheelbase. Both this quick release and the mate, I've done a couple of hours on each to test it out if there was any difference between these quick releases and the Tenlenki that I've bought last year and the Fanatec in terms of overall usage. And I can tell you that is no difference whatsoever. It doesn't feel better. It doesn't really feel worse, which is good. It just feels like it is any other quick release out there. It feels as sturdy as the regular quick release QR2. It feels like it's there. It doesn't move at all. Doesn't bend. It doesn't feel that it has any creaks or anything like that. It feels, in terms of force feedback, exactly the same. I'm not going to say that it feels better because it's lighter. You're not using that adapter or anything. You don't feel it at all. It's exactly the same force feedback. There is no change in quality. If it is, I can't feel it. Well, there is really not much to say about these that I haven't said before. Essentially, this product exists because Fanatec didn't want it to do it, and they essentially improved the quality of life of Fanatec users just like myself by providing the QR2 Ultra and the QR2 Mate, which actually saves me some money every time I want to have a third-party wheel. I don't need to deal with those conversions. I don't need to deal with these FFP emulators. If everything is already in the same place, well, it's time that I spend. It's less time that I spend. It's less money that I spend, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. The only difference that I've seen between all of these quick releases, mechanically, they're exactly the same. Of course, you have the patterns. The patterns will be different. The main difference that I've seen between these will be on the quality of control. It's something that is mentioned as well on some of the reviews that customers have seen. And the first thing that I've noticed while using it is that the paint kind of chipped a little bit. It feels like it was an abrasion chip, so it's a bit scratched by the movement. And this one specifically feels a little bit grindier, while the QR2 Ultra didn't have that issue at all. In terms of quality control, definitely Fanatec feels a little bit better. Even this regular one that they sell, the cheaper one, than the Simubes. However, it's a situation where it's metal grinding with metal for the insertion of the movement, and not really something that you notice when you are installing the quick release or when you are using the quick release, because in everything else, they're essentially the same. Let me also know what you think about this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.